Hey guys, what's up? Grant right here. I'm back here today for a brand new video. Today, once again, we are continuing the descent into Lara land as per highly requested by my amazing patrons and those of you here on YouTube. Today I'm going to be reacting to Lara Fabian's performance of one of Barbra Streisand's classics, Evergreen, a song that I grew up listening to thanks to my mother. I am super excited to see Lara's take on it, as she is absolute gold at covering Barbra. I feel that that's one of the best people that she has covered in her career, in my personal opinion. So I'm very, very excited to be looking at it today. Get you guys something to drink, get something to eat, make yourself feel good. It's a new week full of new possibilities and new goodness here on my channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Before I begin today's video, as always, if you're new here, welcome to the community. I'm always happy to have you here. If you'll please be so kind, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up at the end if you like what you see and you hear, and head on over to my Patreon to join everyone over there for first access on all content to come forth on this channel. Let's get into it.
Soft as an easy chair, love, fresh as the morning air. One love that is shared by two. I have found under the April snow. I was always certain love would grow. Ageless and evergreen, seldom seen by two. You and I will make each night a first, every day a beginning. Spirits rise and the dances unrehearsed, they warm and excite us, 'cause we have the brightest love, two lights that shine as one. Morning glory and the midnight sun, time we've learned to sail above, time on the
Got a lot to talk about. You guys already know. Once again, thank you to my patrons for bringing that to my inbox. This was absolutely mesmerizing as per usual. As many of you may know or you may not know, I have reacted to Barbra Streisand herself many times on this channel. She, as I've said before, was one of my mother's absolute favorites. And all throughout my childhood, especially when my mother would clean the house, she would constantly play Barbra, and it was just such a learning experience for me, transformative experience, and Evergreen in particular was probably my mother's favorite song in Barbra's catalog. She would just absolutely swoon over the song, you know, every time she played it, and she would always explain the significance of it to me, and it was such an important memory for me because it was just before I, you know, could, you know, train with a, you know, a vocal coach and do all that stuff. Listening to Barbra was sort of, you know, a vocal lesson in itself. Every time I would, you know, do so, to this day, I just, you know, find so much, I learn so much every time I listen to her, you know, even now. And it just, like I said, I was always so appreciative of my mother for that. I'm gonna go into speaking about these talent competitions as I do so much on this channel because I feel it is such an important thing to talk about because I feel it's, there's so many problems with it and a lot of people don't, you know, bring it up, but I do, and I get a lot of hate for it sometimes, but I don't care, it's important. The one person, if you guys have watched throughout the years on whether it be American Idol, The Voice, you know, America's Got Talent, the one person who you rarely hear any of these, you know, singers cover, it's Barbra, for great reason, because there are so many vocal characteristics that are just so hard to replicate and are very easy to mess up while covering Barbra. A lot of singers do not feel it is worth the risk in doing so, and it is very, very, very appreciative that they don't, because I've heard people try and mess up before, and it just is not a good look. And it's I feel one of those things. If you know you can't, just don't even try. You know what I mean? Then there are singers out there who have big egos who I've seen try to take it on and plop right in front of everybody on TV. The one person that I feel, I've said this before, that does Barbra Streisand at the absolute best is Lara. And there are just, like I said, Lara, she gets it and she understands the assignment. Lara, you know, Barbra was one of probably her biggest idol, and you can hear the way that Lara studied her. And I've said that before on this channel too. If you're going to do a tribute to someone, don't just go in the gate thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to wing it, but I'm going to turn it into my own and hope everything comes out right. You need to do your homework and study so you can properly, you know, portray the person while adding your little inflections and your little flavoring in there, you know, for good measure. But you need to go in the gate having studied it and knowing exactly, you know, how the person you're portraying would have done it, rather than just going in and trying to create your own song. Such a magnificent job she did at this. This song, it goes back to what I'm always saying on this channel. There is power in subtlety, and there's power in the understated, in being low-key. This song is such a delicate song while being powerful at the same time. There's so many intricacies that you have to take into account if you are going to try to attempt at covering this song, and would have been so easy for any other singer to overblow it and to completely ruin it. But Barbra, Lara, she has the know-how, and she has the just the natural, innate control of her voice to just completely knock it out of the ballpark. Yes, there were those, you know, moments, those belty moments, you know, within the song, but everything was just so well balanced, and the balance in this song is such, it's just such a difficult, intricate thing to master. A lot of singers, like I said, they would have completely just gone into show-off mode. And this is not the kind of song you want to do that. You really have to have, you know, extreme control over your voice in every single manner to be able to properly accomplish what needs to be accomplished with the song. She absolutely nailed it. And one of the main things that I feel is so important in the song is the vibrato. This is one of those songs that I'm always preaching about. You need to be able to turn your vibrato on and turn it off as needed, speed it up, slow it down as needed, and when you're properly placed, when your voice is in proper placement, and when you're, you know, comfortably singing, that's when you're able to do so. I'm not a humongous person on everything being completely technically perfect, but you need to be in a good placement and to be able to have free access of your vibrato. And a lot of times, present day, with a lot of new singers, you can hear they're completely stuck to the point where it's either they're forcing the vibrato, or they sound like a goat, or there's no vibrato at all, which is the case of a lot of male singers these days. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but this is one of those songs, like I said, where it needs to be free to the point where you can, you know, play with it and slow it up, or, you know, completely go straight tone as needed, or, you know, fasten the pace, etc. And she did such a wonderful job, especially at the end with that Evergreen, with those really soft moments that are so important to this song. In my opinion, the two most important parts of the song are the very beginning and the very end. And if you don't get those two parts right, like I said, the song is completely blown, in my opinion. And she did such a wonderful job with that, especially that last Evergreen, smooth as butter, as Barbra Streisand's fans, you know, like to say. Absolutely stunning. Her resonance, as per usual, just out of this world. And that is one of the things that Barbra Streisand herself has always been, you know, one of the queens of, is the natural resonance that comes from, you know, properly singing. Absolutely stunning. And once again, Lara, she added her own little inflections in there, but she didn't take it too far. I couldn't have asked for, you know, a better cover of the song at all. Another thing that is so important for this song, and I'm always preaching this on this channel too, volume control. There are so many singers out there, I've said a million times, that are good at a lot of things, but they're good at these things in the same volume. They're not capable of, you know, increasing or decreasing as needed. They haven't mastered their voice, or they just don't know how to do so. And that is one of the things you have to know how to do if you're going to cover Barbra, is that volume control. It needs to be effortless, and you need to be able to do it quick. If not, there's no point in doing so. And I've, like I said, I know a lot of singers present day that are really great, but everything is, it's just the same exact volume throughout the entire performance. And me personally, listening to that gets boring. I want to hear variety. And if I don't, I'm probably going to turn the performance off. It just doesn't excite me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can relate. As a, you know, lifelong singer, that was one of the main things that I struggled with in the beginning of my own journey, was being able to control the volume, turn it up, turn it down as needed. And I really worked hard to do, you know, to perfect that and to, you know, get that up to par. And I feel, well, I don't feel, I know, that has always been one of the Barbra's biggest strengths, is her vocal control and her volume control. And it's, in my opinion, there is no other singer out there that can, you know, has matched it, apart from Lara. And it probably never will be. And Lara just completely nailed that, spot on. Whole performance was absolutely magnificent, as per usual. Lara looked absolutely stunning. This was 2002, I believe, also. Just such radiance, even from the, you know, the early stages in her career. The inner beauty just completely radiates with every performance. And she's like a diamond. Every time I see her, every performance, she's like a diamond in a rough of this ridiculous industry we call the music business. Such a masterclass, and just such a graceful one at that. So many singers, like I said, need to just pay attention to her. And obviously Barbara Streisand. If there's two singers you can learn, you know, what you need to learn from, I believe it's those two. And like I said, I could go on forever. She just always does such a wonderful job covering Barbara and others, but Barbara in particular, I feel she has done the best job out of any singer in doing justice for. So absolutely magnificent. I could go on and on, but we keep it short and sweet. You already know. Thank you so much for my patrons for bringing this to my inbox, and I cannot wait to continue the descent into Lara Lane on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me today for this reaction video. Once again, if you're new to my channel, I love having new people here. If you could please give this channel a subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you like what you saw and you heard today, and head on over to my Patreon to join everyone over there for first access on all content and for priority video requests. I cannot wait to react to more from Lara coming soon on this channel. As always, leave your requests in the inbox and I will get to as many as I can. Thank you everyone for joining me today, and I look forward to the next video coming soon. Have a wonderful day, and I will check you guys later. Peace.